People are just starting to get on, so we'll just wait just a minute or two before we get started. Pull up the website, Bowling for Gold. It's right there, bowlingforgold.com. That's what the purpose of our live stream today, it's all about. Hello, everyone. Everyone's saying hi. This is our second live stream. We went live yesterday at 3 o'clock Eastern Time with the first announcement of the launch of this effort. So this is my second go around. Hopefully I do a little bit better of a job, but we'll see how it goes. I'm just waiting for some folks to come on. We'll get going in one more minute. Can people hear me? I think someone's saying they can't hear me. Technical issues, really? Can someone determine if they can hear me or not? It seemed like the speaker was working. The thumbs up are yeses. Someone throw a quick comment that could let me know that the audio is working. Oh, sorry, I'm scrolling down here. Oh, look at all the ups. Okay. Loud and clear. Okay, excellent. All right, let's get started. Thank you again for taking time out of your morning or day to join us, or evening. We have some people from overseas on as well. First thing I want to do is just thank Kevin Dornberger from CEO Bowling, the CEO of World Bowling, for giving us an opportunity to put this effort together. And my technical team, which they've done a great job, Jeff O'Donnell, Brett Gagney, and Bruce Hall, putting the website together and the data mining machine that's behind the scenes. And for the support, Chad Murphy, Tom Clark, and Frank DeZotto for giving us the ability to really move this through the United States and internationally through the different bowling communities that we have access to. So it's really good that we've got such a strong team of advocates for the sport of bowling behind this cause. So the purpose of what we're trying to do is obvious. We're trying to secure bowling as an Olympic sport. That is the mission of the website. There's no other purpose than that. This is not in any way something that's making anybody any money at all. Everyone's volunteering their time, effort, and support to pull this together. And the main goal is to have our voice heard. We did a really good job in Japan. The first time since the 1980s that we've had an opportunity to really move the ball forward in regards to getting in the Olympics. Kevin Dornberger did a great job. We put together an incredible deck. We had the Japanese Federation behind us, and they introduced, the host country has the ability to introduce sports. And Japanese Federation got a million signatures on a petition, put the sport forward, and then it was up to the Olympic Committee, selection committee, to decide which sports would be selected for the 2020 Summer Games. Jason Belmonte went and presented in front of the organizing Olympic Committee along with Kevin and some others, and they did an incredible job. But at the end of the day, we did not succeed. Other sports were selected. Inline skating, surfing, and sport climbing were the three sports that leaped over us in regards to getting selected. So we did a lot of soul searching, and tried to find out exactly, what we could do different that might make, our sport have this opportunity. And what we heard was that they felt that our sport was non-athletic. That was one issue. They did feel that the scoring system was a little complicated. But the biggest thing was that we don't seem to have a strong following or a youthful following. So those were the areas that we feel, that we were trying to quell the notion of a couple of those things. Obviously, recreational bowling is not a real athletic thing, but that's like any other sport, softball or any other sport. You're going to have your recreational aspect of it, and then you're going to have your athletes. You're going to have what we have in bowling. You look at the different competitors at the very highest level here in the States, but more importantly worldwide, and this is a high-level technical sport that is athletic. We all know that. The bowling community knows that. But we need to do a better job presenting that information to the Olympic committees and those who are involved in the selection process. There are certain countries like Malaysia and Korea and Singapore. They actually have, government programs. I mean, these things are run like some of the major sports here in our country. And we're doing a great job now that we have Fox on board for the PBA and the new tour for the women these past couple of years. And the collegiate level is doing great. And youth in our country is incredibly growing. The junior gold programs, the teen masters, and anything involved from a bowling aspect here in our country is not dead. We are actually seeing an incredible youthful movement. So, with that, I'm preaching to the choir. Everyone on this live stream knows all those facts. But what is interesting now is, for the first time, we are going to have an opportunity to be introduced in France, in Paris, in 2024 by their federation as another sport. The selection process, we feel we have traction in France. Myself and my wife went to France to bowl the World Promotion Cup. Bruno Bedone has been hosting that tournament for several years now. And his passion is to make sure that the 2024 games, the bowling is in the selection process as one of the sports for the Olympic Committee to decide on. And he's been working with the Federation of France to make sure that's the case. So we really do believe that we're going to be in the selection process again for 2024. With that said, so that's back-to-back years. What we need to do this time around is come up with information that can help the selection process and favorably move our sport into the Olympic realm. And that is data. We need to provide data. So the purpose of the website, bowlingforgold.com, is just that. If you go on the menu bar up top, there's a podcast and there's a short video that explains, in more detail what we're trying to do. But at the end of the day, there's a petition, there's a survey, and there's a share button. The petition, we're looking to get at least 5 million people worldwide to sign on. This can't just be a United States effort. This has to be worldwide. And the survey is critical. The survey, we are asked a series of questions. It only takes 2 to 3 minutes to go through the survey. But behind the scenes, there's a data mining aspect of this. We've hired a third-party validation group that's going to take the data and then issue a report from that data that we can then present to Olympic officials about the massive amount of people that watch our sport, that follow our sport, that play our sport, and the age ranges of our athletes or our following. So all of that is what we're trying to pull together through this website. It has to be a worldwide attempt or an effort. It's got to be worldwide. It can't just be here in the States. We know that Kevin Dornberger has access to the 100+ federations around the world, and he'll be doing his reach out next week and the following week to make sure that the heads of these federations know what the cause is all about and that they spread the word through their channels. I know USBC, Chad Murphy, has got his team, Nicole Osborne, working on an entire game plan to reach out to 3+ million members under the USBC umbrella. And Tom Clark has also indicated that we can have access to the athletes on the professional tour, especially some of the international ones that really have huge followings overseas. And then Frank DeSoto and Chad agreed that we could also work through the PWBA in regards to their athletes, because they have huge followings and there are a lot of international stars there as well. Not downplaying our American stars, but really we need the help of a lot of our international folks. So that's, in a nutshell, what we're trying to do. The key of all this is we need to share the effort. We need to share with, if you're an avid bowler and you've got a following, you need to share that with your followers, with your fans, friends, family. I call it the 4 Fs. We have to, your fans, your friends, your family, and your followers. Everyone needs to do their job. This is a 3-minute survey. Your personal information is 100% safe. We're not asking for anything other than your name, the state of the country of origin or state if it's here in the United States. And then for the petition, we're just asking for age range and gender. So there's no personal information other than your name, and there's a privacy policy on the website that's set up so that everything is protected fully. That is our goal. 5 million people is what we're trying to get, at the very least, to sign on to the petition and go through the surveys so that we can take this data, aggregate it the way we need to, and then present it. Time is a little bit of a crunch for us. Originally, we thought we'd have till May or June to be able to present our findings from this effort. But what we've learned is the first ever youth world championship games are taking place in Paris, France. That's where the games are going to be in 2024. They're taking place this year in March 17th to the 24th. And some of the folks that have organized that World Games in France could have some influence on the sports that are chosen. And we would like to be able to present as much as we can at that time frame when we're in Paris, France in late March. So we are under the gun a little bit. If we don't get to our goal by that time frame, it's not the end of the day. We're still going to have another opportunity to present sometime in the May-June time frame. And you know, it's our goal, with the help of everybody in the bowling community, to push this forward. Doesn't matter if you're a pro shop operator, a ball distributor, a avid bowler, a recreational bowler, a family member of a bowler that watches bowling. What we're trying to do is demonstrate that if this is an Olympic sport, bowling will have a huge, the Olympic sport will have a huge audience in our bowling fans. Whether or not that's through a venue that's online or whether it's through television. At the end of the day, we all do watch bowling through our different devices and different means that we have. And we need to show that, yeah, if bowling is in the Olympics, here's what you can expect to see from a viewership. That's what the sponsors need to see. And they also need to know that we have a youthful movement. That is critical. So for all of the different programs, the high school programs, the collegiate programs, you know, anything that's out there, we have to find a way to make sure all of those young adults have access and understand the importance of this survey for this sport. Yeah, you know, how many people are actually going to get to go to the Olympics and compete? Very few. We know that, right? They're just the very top, the very best of us. But that doesn't matter. I love watching bowling. I'm sure everyone else does. And to have it as an Olympic sport, if we can get there, 2028, the games in the summer are here in LA. They're here in the United States. We've got the support from the heavyweight athletes like Chris Paul, LeBron. We know we can get Mookie Betts on board. So if we can get ourselves in Paris, get some momentum going, by the time we get here in the States for 2028, we will really have moved this thing along and hopefully secured a spot going forward for, you know, many decades to come. That is my message. It's all in your court now. Please help in any way you can. And if you have any suggestions or advice for me on outreach efforts, please feel free to do that. We are open for anything, any help whatsoever from the group. I did create a group on Facebook. It's called Movement for Bowling in the Olympics. We'll be updating more often through that, just to let everyone know what the count is of how many people we have coming on board, or different venues that we're trying to establish. And we're also trying to put together a share-a-thon. I'll be working, I talked to Jason Belmonte briefly yesterday, and we'll be catching up early next week. And through the share-a-thon that we're thinking of, we're going to try and establish international stars from all the continents to come together in one group, and then for a 24-hour time frame, sort of divvy up everyone's efforts so that we have a worldwide massive viral push that is being sort of controlled or pushed out by our stars around the world. That's our goal. This is not a difficult thing. There are so many people that bowl around the world. We are depending on who you talk to, we are the second or third most played sport in the world. Most participated, whether it be through sanction here in the United States, or whether it's through the social clubs or different federation venues that they have around the world. We're number 2 or 3, and here we are sitting on in the Olympics for decades. 1980s was the last opportunity we had. Seoul, I think it was 88, that's correct. We were an exhibition sport, and there was a lot of money poured at this by Brunswick, the founder of Brunswick as well, back in the day, to try and secure a spot in the Olympics. And it was a little more corrupt back then than it is today, from what I understand. So now this is really all about, do we have a sport that's worthwhile, and will the sponsors of the Olympics like the venue of bowling as an Olympic sport? And how we do that, we show them the numbers. That's it. Well, thank you for taking time. And again, if you have any suggestions or advice for me, feel free. I'm probably going to do another live stream tomorrow. I know, if I don't want to bog everyone down and have to hear the same thing over and over again, but different time zones and different time, I'm just trying to make sure the word's out there, if that's all. Take time to share this video, share the website for sure. Go on there. You can, we're creating on the website in the next day or two. There'll be, or early next week, hopefully, there'll be an Instagram and a Snapchat as well. Right now, you can only share through Twitter or Facebook, or I forgot the other one, my bad. But we're going to add more of the social media platforms to that. But feel free to do it on your own. And that's it. Have a great day. I appreciate it, everyone. Thank you.